We're not triggered by the word child. We're triggered by the word that you associate a woman as a man and how you cannot.
You're triggered by the word child. And
no, we're not.
Hold on. Go ahead, Shiba, finish up real quick.
We're not triggered by the word child. We just want you to do better. We want more for you. That's it.
Okay.
All right. I was going to go to Bruiser next, but he forfeited his turn with that bullshit he said last time. So we're going to go to Sweeney.
Oh, hell.
Okay.
I was about to.
All right. This is a two-parter real quick. So I wanted to address what Mr. Logo was saying as he would respond to a child. It sounds a lot like conscious parenting. And what conscious parenting essentially does is it treats your child more like an adult human being, I guess. So because that's what people tend to do to their children is they say, "Don't yell at me. Who the hell are you think you talking to?" This, that, and the third. So it kind of goes against what you're saying when you're saying treat your woman like a child, and then you say when I talk to my child, I treat them like an adult human being and tell them, "Come over here, come talk to me. See, let me see what's going on."
Well, to answer that is view your woman like a child when she regresses. And conscious parenting, there's actually a book called The Conscious Parent. So I thought you was talking about a particular book. The Conscious Parent does not say that. The Conscious Parent said more or less what I said in that actual video. So I don't know what conscious parenting, because when you said it, I was like, oh, you said something. But you're not talking about the book because the book does not talk about that.
No, I'm with you when you said that this is how you would treat your child, but you're saying treat your woman like a child, but you're saying the things that you would do to your child is essentially treating your child like an adult.
How?
Because most adults, the parenting of old, right, was essentially kids that to be seen, not heard, not validating their feelings, not understanding where they're coming from, not talking to them.
That's a toxic parent, not a conscious parent.
Call it what you want, but that's what it was. And essentially,
a positive thing. I just want to know is what you're saying positive or negative.
It doesn't matter.
Okay. you having two separate conversations, Mr. Lego. Hold on, let me just finish. You having two separate conversations. So if we're going to address irresponsible or unhealthy adults that show up to relationships without being adequate human beings, that's one thing. When you're saying that women are adults, what are we raising children to be? Children, or are we raising them to be adults? We're raising men and women to be adults. So men and women both can be immature and act like children. There's two different conversations you're having. And once you tell women that they're children, then you're promoting the cycle of society. If you're saying that these women are children, you're releasing them of responsibility to be women. That's what you're doing. So once you say they're women, then they don't have to be responsible of how they treat you, how they treat their kids. They don't have to have no responsibility for anything.
Well, like I always say, I believe the responsibility is on a man. That's why every woman must be married or they're lost.
So why would you marry a childlike woman?
To raise the children too?
A woman becomes childlike when she regresses. So it's nothing you can do about that. It's going to happen.
Well, that goes back.
Everybody is going to regress.
No, wait, I didn't really get to. Go ahead.
Hold on, Lucky. I'm gonna, because I did say that was a two-part. We was going in that tangent, but that's neither here nor there.
Okay.
But no, I do believe that both people have the capability to reduce themselves to childlike behavior.
Yes.
But I don't think that you should treat them like a child or that they are children. I think you should address them as if they're adults trying to behave like children.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning you derail the whole. Once you say women,
them for
once you say women, Mr. Lego, once you say women are children, you derail the whole conversation. We can't even address women's behaviors anymore. They're children.
I don't want to address women's behavior. I want to just give her grace and just regulate her, calm her down.
Are you listening to what you're saying right now?
Yes.
So why you coaching women
every time?
Then why coach
I am responsible for my woman. I am responsible for my wife. I am responsible for my children.
I am responsible for everybody. Let someone speak. Then how can you lead a woman that don't want to be under your authority?
You can't lead a woman that don't want to be led.
Children want to be up under authority. What are you talking about?
But women aren't children. They're grown human beings.
Women definitely.
Like I said, Ali,
we have children.
What Ali just said, children want to be up under authority. Women are actually the dysfunctional ones that don't want to be up under authority.
All right, let's get Lucky. Did you get a full response on this, Lucky?
No, I was just trying to listen fully because it just seems dismissive. Like if I'm with a man and that goes back to the original conversation about studying your partner. She shouldn't have to do acts and do all these things to get your attention. If you're saying that's what children do. So if you understand your woman, then you would understand all the other things that come to play on how to deal with her as a woman. You wouldn't just dismiss her action and say, oh, you just being a child, unless you do your kids like that. But if you saying, I give my kids grace and this and the other, then it kind of also sounds like as she's being a child, do you enforce discipline? And what does that look like? Because kids need discipline when they get out of order and when they act overly emotional.
Actually, the opposite of what I was saying.
Question.
But you said we regress, so that means that there could be any trigger, and you could even think that she's triggered, and she could be responding because she could be frustrated, she could be misheard, she could be feeling dismissed. We know how women look and how they communicate when they feel dismissed. They do other things to try to be heard, whether it's slamming cabinets, whether it's ignoring you when they hear you obviously talking. I wouldn't say that's her being a child. Maybe that could be the fact that you did not study your woman to understand how she's communicating without her words. You get what I'm saying?
So whether I studied her or not, I get what you're saying, but what the video is saying, what to do now. See, I'm all about what do you do right now?
Communication.
Hold on. Think about this. Say you in the kitchen slamming cabinets, right? You're acting like a child slamming cabinets. Why the hell are you slamming the cabinets? You're acting like a child. But instead of me dismissing you and saying, why are you being all emotional? Why are you slamming cabinets? I'm going to say, just like I said in the video, y'all might want to play the video again. Come here. What's going on? Talk to me. What's going on? And I'm going to the kitchen, grab you from behind. What's going on? Kiss you on the
That's not what you do with your child.
That's not what you do with your child.
No. It's the acknowledgement. It's the slowing down. It's the what's going on? Talk to me. That part, not the physical kissing part.
It's the babying her. Is that what you
would call
it? But see, the thing about it is I wouldn't call that how. Why do you look at it as baby and not acknowledge
babying her, baby as in child?
I'm saying based on how you're looking at it, why can't you just acknowledge her act? Why does she have to get to that level?
Right.
Because if a child is getting to the level of doing these sad things, they're not getting attention. They've probably been yanking on you. There's different things before kids just get to that level.
Children want attention.
By definition, that just means that there was something that you were dismissing as a man, or you know what I don't really understand how you're
or his inability to connect with the woman. Because here's the thing, I think what you're trying to say, Mr. Let Go, is that women are actually delicate and not childlike. You keep saying child, but I think the word you're trying to search for is delicate.